You ready, Mark?
Yeah.
We're almost finished off.
I know.
Call this meeting of the Harlan Township Board of Trustees to order. As a reminder, the meeting is being audio and video recorded, and please don't forget to sign in. Would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jenny, would you please read the minutes from the previous meeting?
Board of Trustees of Harlan Township met in regular session the 6th day of March 2024 at regular meeting place of 8276 State Route 132. Trustees Edward Krajinski, Kevin Kern, and Marcus Shelton present. Meeting called to order by Mr. Shelton at 7 p.m. Mr. Shelton asked all present to stand and say a pledge of allegiance. Minutes read from regular session February 21st, 2024. Mr. Shelton made a motion to accept minutes, seconded by Mr. Krajinski. Chief Bennett reported have signed contract with Bethel Tate Fire and EMS for EMS students to enroll in EMT program for educational and clinical ride time. Chief Bennett reported fire department officers met with Fire Safety Service for a presentation for new fire gear. Chief Bennett met with First Arriving to finalize website for recruitment and retention website for fire department. Chief Bennett discussed fire department fish fry on March 29th from 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Chief Bennett is working to get quotes for landscaping at Station 81 and annual maintenance for HVAC at Station 81 and Station 82. Chief Bennett discussed active 911 for fire department membership. Starting in April, all members of fire department will have active 911 with a total cost of under $1,000 annually. Chief Bennett reported the State of Ohio EMS grant has been submitted for training in EMS equipment and is working on fire subs grant for forcible door training simulator. Mr. Mason discussed needed repairs to the boom truck. After discussion, Mr. Shelton made a motion to repair for approximately $5,000, seconded by Mr. Kern. Mr. Mason reported culvert repaired on Fisher Road and cattle guard will be replaced on March 11th with assistance from Warren County Engineer's Office. Mr. Mason met with iPanda for township web design. Planned for final meeting on March 18, 2024. We'll have email addresses for road department. However, Fire Chief will have his email through the fire department website. Mr. Mason received bid for 5 additional cemetery mowings from J Junior Landscaping. After discussion, Mr. Shelton made a motion to have J Junior Landscaping mow additional cemeteries, seconded by Mr. Perjinski. Mr. Mason reported 1 burial at Edwardsville Cemetery. Mr. Mason reported Warren County Genealogical Society plans to have a cemetery workshop again this year at Carlson. Richard Livingston gave a trustees report for Woodville Joint Cemetery and requested repairs to fence and sign for Sperling Cemetery. Old business, Mr. Shelton discussed a tractor show at Butlerville on June 15, 2024. Mr. Shelton asked Bridget if she would be able to make flyers for the event. Mr. Shelton reported levy committee will be meeting on March 12, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. And it's printed the same thing twice because I was stupid and hit the wrong thing. So I can't read the rest of the minutes.
You want me to read the rest of them? I've got them on my phone. Or did you send them?
Right here, John.
They're sent.
I got them. He's got a copy.
Oh, thank you. Never mind. I'll reprint it and then you guys will have to sign it at the next meeting.
Okay.
New business, Mr. Brzezinski discussed sign for Sperling Cemetery. After discussion, we'll have street sign made to be installed. Mr. Brzezinski attended the Board of Health District Advisory Committee meeting. Mr. Shelton reported that we'll have tire recycle at Station 81 on April 27, 2024 from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Mr. Shelton discussed seasonal employee for road department. Trustees agreed to advertise for this position. Mr. Shelton working with Warren County Prosecutor's Office to update the Butlerville gym rental agreement. Community comments, Peggy Brown requested the old flags at cemeteries be replaced. Megan Urey reminded the trustees about the 9 Lincoln meeting on March 18, 2024. Melissa Greatorex asked if Township had paper shredding event. This is done at the Warren County building in May. Mr. Shelton made a motion to go into executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22G1 to consider the employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of an employee, seconded by Mr. Brzezinski. Roll call, Mr. Brzezinski, yes. Mr. Shelton, yes. Mr. Kern, yes. Mr. Shelton adjourned the executive session with no action at this time. Ms. Williams gave written financial reports to trustees. Mr. Brzezinski made a motion to pay bills, second by Mr. Kern. Correspondence reviewed. Mr. Kern made a motion to adjourn, second by Mr. Brzezinski. Meeting adjourned at 8:49. And I'll reprint this so we can sign it, but we can go on and pass them.
Okay. Do either of you have any additions or corrections to the minutes?
Yes, there's a correction.
What's the correction?
Kevin Curran had that sign made, not me.
Oh, I just said that you discussed it.
I discussed it.
You discussed it, and
We got it
then
made.
after discussion, we had it made. I didn't say who was making it.
Got
I
it.
just said that you discussed it.
Everything else sounds good.
Do you have anything, Kim?
No, sir.
Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as read?
Motion to approve minutes is read.
Second.
So I'll reprint it and we'll sign it, the next one. There's no use in signing it.
All right, Steve, are you ready for the trustee report?
Yeah, I'll just start first. Since Dusty's not here, the levy committee is meeting again on the 26th. That's next Tuesday. And then Chief and myself are meeting with Frank tomorrow afternoon to go through some of the budget items outside the meeting to try to speed up the meeting process a little bit.
That's Frank Williams.
Frank Williams, yeah, that's tomorrow, 2:30. All right, on township side, we finally got the dump truck. It was delivered. We went and picked it up from them last week. It's already been to Performance Graphics to be lettered, so it's got the lettering on it. And I'm waiting on an email back from Tri-State Public Safety on a price to do the radio install, the county radio. They have to run the coax and then drill a hole in the roof. So we're gonna have them do that. Still waiting on the email back from them. We did get paperwork with the truck, for both the extended warranty on the truck and the engine. I forgot to grab it out of my office before I left the firehouse. Are we interested in entertaining either one of those for the truck and or the engine for extended warranty? Or you'll be forward you the data to look at it?
Well, what's the original warranty?
I knew you were gonna ask me that. I don't know. I said I don't have it. I don't remember what it is.
He can forward it to you and we can just talk about it at the next meeting.
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Do that.
You
That
can
way
do
you
that.
can research it.
Yeah, you can look into it more.
Let's do that.
Road crew's working on 3 driveway culverts on Fisher Road. Again, just trying to get Fisher ready to go for the resurfacing here this summer whenever they get to that. They did get the cattle guard done with the new culvert. Work engineers came over and they finished that in about the 7-hour period or so, 7, 8 days, less than 8 hours. Is pretty quick. Get that done, so that job is squared away. So far, we've received 3 applications for the seasonal position. I got one again today. I didn't glance at the last one, but the first 2 both have Class A CDL and have experience on the road, working on the road departments. The one applicant had applied for the full-time job last year. He's applied again for a seasonal position. So we'll be trying to get a time here, leave it open. As long as you want me to leave it open, then we'll try to schedule some interviews with at least 3 of them, hopefully. The website is up and running. They put the website live last night. All your emails should be active. If you have any questions about those, need help with those, let me know. I can get with you and maybe fix it, or worst case, we'll just have her remote in and fix it for us.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That's also an option. So just if you already have a Gmail account, you gotta make sure you switch back and forth. That's what kind of hung me up was because you have your Chrome profile and then you have your Gmail profiles. So yeah, so you have to make sure you have the right ones in the right combination to get to that, make that work. So any comments on the website?
It looks great.
It looks really nice.
Okay, so and also as we move forward, if there's stuff that comes up that we need to throw on there, so we're gonna try to keep, modifying it as much as we need to keep new stuff on there. So if something comes up, let me know.
I think the only thing was there was some gym rentals that weren't on there. Like, I don't know how far you guys got into that.
That's his fault.
I don't have anything scheduled.
Well, May, like for our graduation,
Right.
like that's.
Yeah, well, I've got to get with you on the dates. We've got to get like all of our
Well, it's-
events and
It's in your how about shared calendar.
I haven't looked at that.
So anyway, if you have any comments or, suggestions for the website, let me know. The cleanup at Station 81, J Junior Landscaping is going to do that. Chief F got a second bid and it was about double their bid. So he's not sure he's gonna be able to get it done. So we kind of got the delayed. He's gonna try to get done before the fish fry. So hopefully that gets done before then. Jeff's been working on the park bathrooms with a few leaks. Plan is to open that on the 22nd, which is this Friday. And they'll be ready to go for the Easter egg hunt at the park this year. That's all I got.
Did we stay under the 2,000 on J Junior Landscaping for that?
We did.
Okay. And the website? We've been waiting on that for a long time. Thank you.
Yes, it worked out well. I did not do the heavy lifting on that one. That was them doing that stuff, but just it worked out. I was a little skeptical of their time frame when they said basically from the time we met with them the first time it was and decided on a design, it was 2 weeks. And so we still have lots of stuff to get on there still, but it's a good place to start. So
It looks good. Thank you.
good
For a
start.
quick turnout, it has a lot of content. It
Yeah,
really
yeah,
does.
I was hustling trying to get them stuff in the 13. So,
Read that or?
Did you have the chief's report?
no, I did not have one.
Well, apparently Kevin's got one. You want to do the chief's
I'll do the
report?
chief's
Does
report.
anybody have any questions for Steve?
The 3 applicants that we had, you said 2 of those have CDLs?
At least 2, maybe the third one. I did not. The third one came this afternoon, and I didn't get a chance to go through his application. But at least 2 of them do have Class A CD dealership.
Do we have, Jeff, anybody making recommendations of who would be really fit that bill?
I said, but without going through the applications yet, I said the one gentleman had applied and was interviewed once last year, at least last year, when we had the full-time position open. He has some work history from City of Mason. He's a City Mason for a lot of years. The other one had worked, I believe, for Jay Jurgensen. And I'm not sure. I think the one I got today is maybe from another city road department somewhere that's still working there, I think. So, I don't want to say where in case it's in case his bosses don't know that he's applying for jobs. So
No, we don't.
But,
You got to start the interview process.
I'm not yet, no. So we'll probably try to get that lined up where we can get them all in a day or 2 days. And however you guys would do a process. I think the last time we did them for full time, it was Larry and myself. I don't remember if Rick said it. I think it was just the 2 of us. But if one of you want to sit in or multiple on those interviews, just let me know. I'll see. I don't know how long we want to leave it open, like another week maybe. We want to leave it open, see if we get any more. And then we'll try to get that filled early April if we can. That's my thought. So just let me know if you want any time frame wise.
You guys, you think keep it open till next Friday? Yeah, next 1st of April. Is that pushing too far, or you want to end it this Friday?
It doesn't matter. I
We
mean,
kind of left it open.
and we should be, there's two of the 3 applicants are currently not working anywhere, so they would be able to pretty much start. I don't think we have about a 2 week.
Did they say anything about, hey, we need to get employed immediately?
No, we didn't have that conversation. The one I know has been unemployed for a year. Well, since when he interviewed the last time, he wasn't working for Mason anymore. So he's available.
Jeff, how are you guys working on needing somebody
Like how soon? Like yesterday? Or
next week? I'm by myself.
Next week you're by yourself?
Oh, that's right. Larry's on
Starting next
vacation.
week?
Larry's on vacation for a week. Yeah.
I mean,
You're still gonna be by yourself. Sorry, we can't get it done that way.
no, I'm just saying,
Right.
we'll probably other things, but we're getting through okay. I mean, right this second. I mean,
Well, we've had it open for 2 weeks, so I say, why don't we just close it Friday? He's got 3 and 2 of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, some people don't wait.
Right, and we're,
They're not gonna wait forever.
right, and these guys doing their vacations, especially when we have burials at the cemetery, that puts it on Steve or me.
So the only thing I'll throw out there is that Larry's gone on next week anyway. So really shouldn't throw an interview out next week anyway with Larry being gone. So we can leave it open for until next Friday because we can't really interview anybody without Larry being there. I definitely have him involved. Uh,
As soon as we can start.
so we can either, I mean, I think with him being gone, just leave it open until next Friday since Larry's
Right.
gone anyway.
Okay.
And then that'll give us plenty of time.
Whatever that date is, Jenny.
29th.
29th is Friday.
Good Friday, Fish Friday,
On the road.
everybody's favorite day.
Any other questions for Steve on the administrative report? All right, Kevin, did you want to do the chief's report for?
Yeah, sure will. We have received 3 new volunteer applications. Interviews are being scheduled and the applicants will be voted on at the next regular fire department business meeting. They will then be forwarded on to the trustees for approval in April. Working with Medi-Cal on updating the fire department's information and EMS billing application. Updated rosters and documentation were sent to the Ohio Fire Marshal's Office and the National Volunteer Fire Council. Working with Warren County Telecom on updating the paging system and the active 911. The updated roster is eligible. Members was sent. Harvest Design sent over the revised version of Station 81 plans, reviewing with officers and members prior to moving forward. And then, of course, the fish fry is Friday, March 29th, 4 to 7:30 at Station 81. Dine-in and drive-through available.
You have any questions for Dusty? Please. All right.
You catch the fish?
Did you have anything?
No. Who's catching the fish?
All right, let's, nobody from 9 Lincoln? Go to old business, Ed.
I'm waiting on, estimates for fence repairs for Wesley Chapel, Crossan, and Edwardsville Cemetery. That's all I have for old. I take that back. We are eventually here, I guess it would be new business, we're gonna do our 911, so I'll wait for new business for this one.
It can technically be old because of
Is it?
being.
Yeah, we've already been
Brought it up
discussing
before.
that, yeah.
I brought it up last meeting and it was, no, we don't need to do that, but now we do.
Yeah, that's old business.
All right, we need to come up with a resolution to adopt the 911 code.
They had a sample one in there, what, the packet I gave you.
There. Pretty extensive.
Let me steal it.
It's highlighted right here.
That's not what I wanted. She had a sample of that one.
Gee.
So this is just a sample resolution that they sent to us to pass to update the Ohio Revised Code Board of Commissioners to reestablish the countywide 911 Program Review Committee. So I need a resolution for that.
How do I go about that?
Make a motion to accept it and see, what is the resolution? What's the day? 3 what?
032024-1.
I'll make a motion, we adopt resolution 03202024-1 with the 911.
Second.
Committee, thank you. Roll call, Mr. Brzezinski.
Yes.
Mr. Kern.
Yes.
Mr. Shelton.
Yes.
I'll take it back that way. You don't have to do this. Thank you.
That's all I have.
All right. Old business, our paving, and I made you guys a copy. If you look, the blue highlight, the figure was 44,965. Well, come to find out, Moore Fisher Road is ours than we knew. And that portion is going to be 50,485 with a difference of 5520.
Do we want to,
What did we approve?
One, I got it right here. I put a paper clip on it.
Was it above what we had?
No, it was this amount above. It was 169.
713.25?
There you go.
So you need
I'm
5520 above that.
5520 above that.
We'll just say, do we need to rescind that?
Yeah, how do we go about
And
this?
then make a new motion? Or you just want to approve that above?
So we can do a motion saying that after it was reviewed, there's more official road that we're responsible for.
Sorry, I should just add 5520.
And we can say that we're going to go and move forward on the additional.
Are you guys good with adding that on there to finish out Fisher to complete it? You good with anything?
I need you to repeat how much it was though, Kevin. I wasn't
I'm
ready.
gonna have to do some math.
Yeah, well, we're just adding the 5520 to the previous figure. So I'll make the motion to add the $5,520
Plus 55.
extra that is needed
So
for Fisher.
$5,000, okay.
Yeah, for Fisher Road, 5520.
Second that.
Thank you.
And that is all I have.
Old business, Richard Livingston, the cemetery coordinator, have discussed the cemetery report for 2023, the previous numbers. And he also had in there a diagram of the rear of Edwardsville Cemetery that has not been surveyed out in plots yet. Did you guys, you have the design with you? Do you remember what it looked like?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to get things started on this project this year, because if we were to try to go in there right now and do the construction work to install the new drive, it's just gonna sink. We've got some drainage issues that we need to start getting taken care of. And I talked with Larry and Jeff. I met with Jason Fisher over there from Warren County Engineers Office, also met with Mark Dawson from the Engineers Office. And they've come up with a plan on how to get that to drain and also reduce our construction cost. Our construction cost, I've had two estimates, both of them around anywhere between 30 and 40,000 on that driveway. But with their plan, we can reduce that down. We won't need near as much stone. But I'd like our guys to kind of get started on getting the drainage tile run over there in the low area on the north side. And then also met with property owners, the Kerr family right behind the cemetery. They have a catch basin right on the other side of our fence.
We tie into that?
Well, it's a catch basin, so they were agreeable to us putting our pipe underneath the fence into their catch basin, and then it'll run through their pipe over to their pond. So they're agreeable to do that.
You know what size that was?
That's gonna depend on the size of the drainage tile we put in, how much water is gonna flow.
Coming out of his catch basin, we can't exceed that.
It's going into a catch basin.
We can't exceed his size of his catch basin.
Right.
Whatever, he's got 12 coming out, 14, 18.
You'd be welcome to be involved in the planning of it.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, that'd be great.
Well, there we go. That's even
Jeff's
better.
gonna need some help next week anyway, so you can get some practice.
I can do that.
But I would like to kind of get that project started this year. We didn't discuss that at the last meeting, but we will have to buy some drainage tile and,
We have that on hand?
I don't think we have the 6-inch sleeved, do we? Do you know what that's running right now? Okay, we'll get some costs together on it, but I just wanted to kind of bring that up tonight and get the discussion started.
Do we want to put dirt over top of that and let it settle? I mean,
Right
we want
now.
to make this a lengthy project where we could just let it settle for period of time?
Right now, we're just gonna trench it and drain it.
And then can we just put some fill slowly over top of that over a period of time to where,
In the low area, now we're gonna end up taking about 1.5 feet of that off of there. And then put down the geotextile material and then put stone on top of that, which is gonna reduce about 100,000 tons of rock.
so when we cut our driveway, we're gonna use that as our fill over over our,
Yeah, the drain tiles will be right next to the
and
driveway.
do we have other projects coming up that we might be able to put other stuff on top of that?
Yeah, we don't want to overburden them with their, right now, we're not gonna be able to get in there and do anything until probably July or August because it just stays wet. There's like I think there's a spring in there.
A couple.
Yeah. Because I mean, it just stays wet. And for us to get that driveway in there, this is what the county is recommending that we do.
Dry it out first, basically.
Get it dried out
You gotta
first,
get it
see
dried
what
out.
happens, and then go from there. But it'd take about a year, so I figure if we do that this year, then next year, if everything works out with that,
Might be useful.
we can look at getting some bids and getting the driveway put in. But there's also a tree right there we're gonna have to take out over. If you're standing in the cemetery, it's the back right, over towards the Superman headstone. It's half dead already, so but it'll have to be taken out to put the driveway along that fence to get back there.
We wanna take that down and grind out that,
Yeah, you don't wanna pull it out with an excavator, just, all the roots underground.
get a line on the grind.
So if you guys know a good person to take a tree down.
Taking it down, but grinding it out, I don't.
Well, we can work on grinding it later, but right now, I mean, it's dropping limbs constantly with them headstones. I'm constantly picking them limbs up, and eventually that one side is totally dead. We don't want it coming down on a fence or a headstone.
Who grounded the stumps here?
It was Chris Cox, wasn't it? Was that who
It might
did that?
be. And we could look into renting the stump grinder for the, we got a high flow skid loader now. That might be an option too.
Another project, yeah.
I see Jeff involved in everything.
So anyway, I just wanted to get that topic going, so we are all on the same page. We'll look at getting the material costs for the drainage tile and stuff, and how much we're gonna need for this year. But while we're on that subject, on the ARPA fund, looking at where's that days?
$48,718.66.
What is in the cemetery?
72.
72, okay. I would recommend keep about 30,000 in that ARPA fund, or we blow it all, just in case we need a little backup on that project. Just something to think of.
So you're wanting to keep 30 for the cemetery project?
Yeah, just as a backup. I mean, we might not need it, but I don't want to come up and get ready to do the project, and then for some reason the cemetery funds drop down, or for some reason. It shouldn't, but. And then, met with 9 Lincoln on Monday or Tuesday. And- Was it Monday? Okay. They would like to have the Jeep meet as their event, as a fundraising event for them. I don't have an issue with it. I mean, if you guys give it.
I'm fine with it.
I mean, they mentioned a car show too, but I would like to keep the Jeep meet here at the school, and the car show they're planning is gonna be up at the firehouse, so as long as they work that out with,
Everybody know what that date is, July 20th?
for the Jeep meet.
July 20th is gonna be the Jeep meet.
Right, but I have no idea what the car show is gonna be yet. But it will be at the firehouse, and I guess I'll probably work with you and Dusty on that. But you guys have any issues with them going out up there?
You know,
And Peggy, we did get the, well, I
Yes,
sent
you
you a
did.
text, but the flag at New Hope has been replaced. And that turned into a major project for Jeff and Larry because they couldn't get the pole out of the ground.
Oh,
They had to come back and get the mini excavator. It was caught up
oh my
in
goodness.
the top and they couldn't get it down, so, but they got it done.
Thank you. I
Thank
had
you,
no
Jim.
idea it was gonna be that difficult.
It needs to be done, and we knew it, and we put it off and forgot it. And we just got it done then.
So we got reminded.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry it took so long before you said anything.
Steve, do you have any old? Jenny, do you have any old? It's gonna be business, Ed.
No, I do not.
Yeah.
No, sir.
I received a phone call from Bruce McGarry at the prosecutor's office this past week. And actually, yeah, it was last week. And he needed, somebody to, I guess, the Loeb Trust. Do you know anything about this
I
case?
do. I
Do
know,
you
I
want
know,
to fill them in on
I
this?
know a little bit about it.
Okay.
So essentially there was a trust established by the Loeb family, at the time of one of the death of a family member. They set up a fund and the language of the trust was to benefit any rural township in the county. And so I think since that time, the trustees are actually Barney Wright and, I think Mark Foley at one time was a trustee before, I mean, he's no longer living. But the issue that's come up now, so at some point in 2016, I believe it was, possibly prior to that, there was a declaratory judgment in a court that basically declared all the townships in Warren County that were rural townships, so who were eligible to receive funds under this Loeb Trust. Recently, there's been a second request for a declaratory judgment in the Common Pleas Court to again determine that certain townships, there's 3 of them, I think it's Clear Creek, Turtle Creek, and Deerfield, are still rural. So that's all that this lawsuit is about, is that the trustees who are supposed to be responsible for administering the funds from this Loeb Trust kind of just want the cover of a court order is what I'm kind of gathering from it. And so they're asking the court to say yes or no, are these rural townships once again? So it doesn't directly affect Harlan Township, you're clearly rural, but they have named you in the lawsuit just because you're also a beneficiary to the trust. So you're kind of a, almost like a mandatory joined party to that lawsuit. So Bruce McGarry is handling that in our office on behalf of Turtle Creek Township, because we don't represent Clear Creek Township or Deerfield Township because those are both home ruled townships. So they have their own law directors. They operate a little bit more like a city, you know the differences. So what Bruce is asking you is, do you want the prosecutor's office to go ahead and file an answer on your behalf, along with the rest of the townships that we represent in the county?
We could get more money out of the Loeb if they cut a couple other townships.
Yeah, I don't think that's
So
the
that
goal.
Well-
In the defense of the litigation. I mean, if you have a separate goal like that, you know, we should talk about a counterclaim or something like that, but,
We all stick together or we all hang separate.
right. I think it's gonna be a unified answer, if Bruce is doing it.
So he had not received his response from Harlan Township, and
Followed up,
he called somebody and they said, then call me.
okay,
He said, I have to file this response by tomorrow. He said, I don't need a motion. I don't need a resolution. I just need somebody to tell me on behalf of Harlan Township,
yeah,
I'm okay.
yeah,
So I
so,
discussed it with our administrator and he was good because, you know, that benefits the fire department. He's the assistant chief also, so.
Mhm.
And so I sent you guys all the emails and everything that, you know, He is
Yes,
representing us.
so I should mention, he already has filed the answer. The deadline,
Oh, yeah.
the due date was Friday, I believe.
Yeah.
Last Friday. So, if you're gonna, just maybe note that you're ratifying that agreement, the representation, then that would be sufficient, I would think.
A motion or,
We can just note it in the minutes. I think he's okay with that.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, a motion to ratify, and then that would be noted in your minutes, rather than a resolution, I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and make the motion to ratify the, Bruce McGarry representing Harlan Township in this matter.
Second.
The Loeb Trust matter. So he did get us, that was Thursday, and he filed it on Friday, so we are in there. If you guys have all the paperwork.
Yes.
Put that there.
Yep.
All right. Ron Coomer variance. Received this, yesterday? Or no, the day before yesterday, because the meeting was supposed to be last night.
Right.
And I told them we couldn't really say anything on it because they were having a meeting before we have a meeting, so. But anyway, it ended up being canceled. Apparently, they are, do you guys know the Coomers on Lindley Worley?
Oh, yeah.
Been there for years. But apparently, they're getting older. I know they've had some health issues, and their daughter's a registered nurse, and she wants to put a house in. They want to sell her part of their property, which is just under 5 acres, so they have to get a variance for her to build and be next to them and take care of them. Well, I guess they paid for the variance, and then they canceled the meeting last night because now they have to pay for another $400 variance. That's the information that I ascertained today, because the current house doesn't sit far enough off of the blacktop. So now they have to get a variance for that before they have the meeting.
So they have to get a variance for the house that's already there?
Mhm. Hey, this was a design review board that kind of took over this stuff. I was against it back in 4 or 5 years ago, but it happened. So now we have to jump through all these different hoops, these legalities. But I don't have an issue with it. I mean,
Well, I don't know that we have any say-so whatsoever right now.
well, we
This
do.
is
We,
Not
I mean,
till after
as a
this is
board,
signed.
do we agree that we have no issue with them getting a variance? Or do you take issue with them getting a variance and building a house there?
I'd like to see the plot and plan.
There's not, it's just,
They're gonna have a plat. They're gonna have something.
yeah, it's just a
to show where it's
survey.
at.
There you go. You can see where the current house is.
Lindley Worley?
Yeah.
So that would be right here?
That's odd. This would be
Come off of
Marwoodville.
Marwoodville. It's the first house on the left. So is this Marwoodville? Where's the bridge? It's a
That's the pond I fished out of.
Looking at, I was gonna say, might be upside down. I'm just saying.
I'm not sure how many ponds are on there.
Is that you?
No, that's not me.
Where's the house?
There's
It says existing barn, that's
That's
all I
in the
can
back.
see. Proposed home, and then the reserve area. Okay, so. Proposed home is gonna go close to the edge over here, but I don't know what's
Here's the existing home.
existing driveway.
This is their house. This is the barn. So she's wanting to build all the way back here in the back in that field.
The railroad tracks are back here.
So
Ross Burger.
nothing's gonna change on this property. They're not gonna split the property. They're not gonna put a flag lot or anything like that.
It would probably have to be a flag lot for them to get back to that section.
They will let you build on the same parcel, but you would just have to have two. It goes,
It's less than 5 acres. It's like 4.85 or something like that. I mean, we used to play ball. I remember we used to play ball back there by that pond too, when we was teenagers. That's that big open field. It's right next to Goodwin's Field back there. And the railroad tracks.
I would like to see it, but I have no problem with them doing this. But I think the planning commission and the zoning is gonna.
It's gonna be up to them, but
Yeah, they're gonna make.
if we send our recommendation over that we don't have an issue, or we do have an issue that does have a little weight
Okay,
with the board of the BZA.
I got no problem with it.
I don't have an issue with it
Okay.
at all.
I'll let them know. Whitaker Park mowing, Kevin Stouter. He would like to continue doing the mowing up there. We've been paying him $140 a mowing, but he would like to make that $150 a mow. For a new set of blades, he's mowing for a new set of blades one time. That's not a lot. That's why we've always had, he's done a good job. He keeps up with it. Anytime that something needs to be done, like, I don't know if Lion Lincoln wanted it mowed or something before I don't think they will, because you want the grass to be a little higher so that it hides the eggs. But, he's always worked with us. So I have no problem with him continuing, but he does want to up it to $150 a mowing. You right with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Fisher Road, like you mentioned earlier, there's more of the road there that we have. The maintenance on that road is always because it splits with Washington Township, from the corner down here by Stroud on the dead end side, down to the curve, past the straightaway on the Edwardsville side. But the line runs right down the middle of the road. So it's always been kind of a handshake agreement. They do the maintenance on this or that, we'll do the maintenance on this or that. And about 10 or 12 years ago, I remember your dad, there was some kind of a big to-do over it, where Washington Township, it was their turn to do something, and they didn't want to do it. But they worked it out. So Jason Fisher has recommended that we do a maintenance agreement so that, when we're not here,
In writing.
it's not just hearsay. So anyway, I thought that was a good idea to have a maintenance agreement, shows the lines and who's responsible for what, as far as maintaining the road with asphalt and pipes and signage.
We need something a little more formal and.
So you guys good with getting the maintenance?
Absolutely.
All right. I'll get with the Warren County engineers on that because they've already said, let us know and they'll get it.
It splits the road.
Yeah, right down the middle.
Somewhere.
Wow.
I thought it was split the road.
It is that way also. It's also that way.
You have to have a really little paper.
That's what you were saying it was partially down. I had no idea it was down the middle.
Right. And then, I think it's, am I missing anything, Bridget? Is there anything up here going on I forgot about?
No, the tractor show, so I talked to Brian Likens today. They're gonna be doing door prizes. I sent he wanted, for an ancient machinery, he wanted that actually typed out, so I did change that on the flyer too.
Okay.
And then they are wanting to do, I guess somebody he's working with has an old school UDF soft serve ice cream machine. So they need to know if we had any 220. We do. We have one in the kitchen. Mikey looked at it. Yeah, I said, listen, I got the perfect maintenance man for you. So I went and tracked Mikey down. He looked at it. I told them to, if they want to set up a time to come and look at the space, because I don't know if he was actually understanding what all we have. Because I told him, I said, typically during these events, Bright Acres opens the building for them, just in case somebody wants a tour or anything like that. I said, so the gym is open to them. I said, the bathrooms are open. So they would walk by the gym and see that you guys are in there, or we could let people know, whatever. I said, but if you wanna come see the space to make sure it would work for you, they talked about having an ice cream social as well.
Okay, good.
So, yeah,
'Cause I do have the gym blocked off on that date on our website calendar
yeah,
because of the, people are gonna be in and out.
right,
We can't have somebody renting the gymnasium.
correct.
Okay.
And I gave you guys all flyers, feel free to pass them out. I emailed them over to Brian. He's gonna print them off for their first meeting in April and give it to their people so they can pass out flyers as well.
Thank you for doing that. They look good.
So do.
No problem.
Steve, you have any new?
I don't know.
Jenny?
Yes. I have two. My new term starts April 1st, so I need to be sworn in. The first thing. What needs somebody to swear me in?
Sworn at, that's sworn in.
Swear me in. Be nice, sir.
Well. Yes, it has to be elected official.
Yeah,
I can say you can do it.
I can do it, but also you can, so.
You didn't print off the big one, did you? Oh,
It's
my
the
God.
only one I've got.
I like that little short one that I keep.
Well, send it to me then, because I don't have that one.
All right.
I don't have a copy, so I guess
I state your name,
I state my name. I, Virginia Williams,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
protect, and defend
protect, and
the
defend
Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of the State of Ohio.
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
And that I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office
of Harlan Township Fiscal Officer
of Harlan Township Fiscal Officer
with fidelity.
with fidelity,
That I have not paid or contributed
that I have not paid or contributed
or promised to pay or contribute,
or promised to pay or contributed,
either directly or indirectly,
either directly or indirectly,
any money or other valuable thing
any money or other valuable things
to procure by nomination or election.
to procure my nomination
Or election.
or election, sorry,
Except for necessary and proper expenses
except for necessary proper expenses
expressly authorized by law.
expressly authorized by law,
That I have not knowingly violated
that I have not knowingly violated
any election law of this state
any election law of this state
or procured it to be
or procured it to be
done by others on my behalf.
done by others on my behalf,
That I will not knowingly receive,
that I will not knowingly receive,
directly or indirectly,
directly or indirectly,
any money or other valuable thing
any money or valuable things
for the performance or non-performance
for the performance or non-performance
of any act or duty pertaining to my office,
of any act or duty pertaining to my office,
that the compensation allowed by law.
of the compensation allowed by law.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And last but not least, the appropriations. We had some higher ending fund balances. So I gave you guys all a new amended certificate in the pile of stuff. So I went through the, I want to say the general, there was a couple funds that were higher. Yeah, because I've got the old one. Make sure I'm looking at the right one. Yeah, so our general fund had a higher carryover, but the motor vehicle was less. We had a higher carryover on the gasoline. We had a lower on road and bridge. Cemetery, we had a higher carryover. Fire, we had a lower carryover. Township motor vehicle, we had a lower carryover because of, that's what we used for the repairs last year. And then the ARP fund had a lower carryover. I went through with what we went through on the appropriations for our work session, and I just adjusted basically over to the miscellaneous, with the exception of the fire fund, because when we did the fire fund that day, Dusty requested that I go ahead and put an additional 100 in the salaries. So I did change that compared to what he requested for me to do. But other than that, I need a resolution actually, for me to submit these to the county for our permanent appropriations.
All right, well, I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 03202024-2 on the amended certificate of estimated resources
It's going to be our permanent
for permanent.
appropriations.
Second.
All right. Okay, I'll do a roll call. Mr. Brzezinski?
Yes.
Mr. Kern?
Yes.
Mr. Sheldon?
Yes.
Okay, all I got. Thank you.
Community comments.
We borrow the bunny suit.
Oh, shoot, I forgot about that.
The bunny suit?
The bunny suit.
When, is it when you
We're
need to-
doing,
Where do you get your bunny suit?
we're doing a small little egg thing for our toddlers. So we were just wondering, it is Thursday, the 28th, from 4 to 5.
28.
Mhm.
When is,
Thursday, next Thursday.
when is
I think it's this
Easter egg hunt?
Saturday,
It's
this
Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yes.
23rd, yeah.
Why you wanted the bathrooms?
Where is that, Peggy? Is it, are we storing it here now?
No.
They bought a new one.
They bought a new one.
They bought a new one last year.
The other one probably got smelly.
Yeah, the township has one. Where is that? Well, you were part of 9 Lincoln. Where was
Yes, they said the old one was pretty rough looking, so they bought a new one. I don't know if the township reimbursed in the funds that you give them for it, or if that was purchased by 9 Lincoln. That I do not know.
But there was,
I can't answer that. I don't know.
I know we bought the banners and stuff. We reimbursed for
Correct.
that. Peggy, do you know?
no,
Are you on 9 Lincoln?
no.
Oh, okay.
There was an old one that disappeared. Somebody, I don't remember who had it.
Out the way.
Yeah. Anyway, we bought one. And it was a nice suit. And when I turned it over to 9 Lincoln, there was nothing wrong with it. So I don't know what's happened since that they would need another one.
They bought a new one last year. I know for a fact.
I believe you. It's not that. I just,
I don't know if we reimbursed for that or not. I mean, we do reimburse their expenses.
Okay, well, if you did reimburse, can we borrow it?
I don't know if we did or not. That would be a question for 9 Lincoln, or would that be in the minutes, Jim? I don't know that, I know we put in there like for reimbursement of 500.
Yeah, we'll
plus-
say we'll give them X amount of money
Right,
per event.
right. Plus the
But
signage.
I honestly do not remember if we reimbursed for that or not.
We'll have to ask 9 Lincoln, I don't know. Well, you can
I'll
ask.
text her.
Yeah, you will. Sarah's on. If we own it, I have no problem with that, but if they own it, you'll have to work with them. Because it's 2 separate dates, I mean, a week apart, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
And it's for the kids.
Yes.
Somebody
I
has to,
promise I'm not just.
somebody has to put that, is Mikey,
Super fun.
is Mikey gonna wear it?
No.
There's nobody here from 9 Lincoln tonight?
No, we got a husband and a husband,
I don't count.
and a previous member.
I'd like to have some gun raffle tickets.
Oh, that's right, they're having a gun raffle. Well, you're not gonna get them tonight.
I was hoping
Like
to
you
get
want to
tonight.
purchase them? Or you
Well,
want,
I can sell them. I think I can sell them between now and the fish fry, which is next Friday. I think I could pull it off.
Because for a fish fry's a drawing, right?
yes, they're doing a Facebook Live drawing at the fish fry.
Well, if I had my hands on them, I think I could sell some. But I need to find out how I can get them.
Ask Steve.
Talk to Steve. After the meeting.
After the meeting.
Right.
Any other community comments?
what kind of gun are you raffling off?
It's an AR-15. 9 Lincoln, it's not the township.
I know that. Yes. I was
Is that clear?
I just someone that might be interested in it.
So if you're interested, yeah, contact 9 Lincoln.
Okay.
Buying tickets doesn't guarantee they're going to get it.
I know that. It's not my money either.
Any other community comments?
Yeah, I have one. Street light for out here at the end of the driveway.
Costs money.
Is it possible that the state might put for 132 where Woodville comes out onto
Oh, yeah, they'll
132?
put them up, but we have to pay for it. Just like this light right over here. We
Yeah.
have to pay lighting agreement.
I'm curious because it's so dark.
I know.
It's
And that's
scary.
where Jenny parks out there in the dark, so.
Listen, I walk in this building by myself every day at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah, it's scary.
Are both those lights working on the pole?
I've looked at it.
I'm not sure those lights are really, they check those lights. I'm thinking, because they used to be bright over here. It was, I mean.
I know we're paying for them.
Those,
Is it working or
yeah,
not?
I think those lights maybe aren't working at their full capacity, or one of them's not working. Because there was no lighting issues previously,
Is
when they
Duke,
first put those up.
is Duke responsible for keeping those going?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're paying for them from Duke,
I would think so. I mean, it's the same with the poles, at the poles on the subdivisions. If something damages, they're responsible for putting poles back up and fixing the poles.
That is,
So you contact them and have them replace a bulb? Is it like a sodium bulb?
I'm not sure
Yes,
these are, yeah.
they come out and replace them.
Yeah.
But I am not on the,
That'll be an hour on the phone.
Jenny and Dusty, I think, are on the
I don't,
the
I
Duke Energy.
can.
Because they couldn't speak to me last year.
Well, that was, I mean, replacing a bulb, I don't think that has anything to do with the billing, but I can see what I can do. Cause I've got most of that all taken care of now, finally online,
Good.
so I can probably see if I can submit something online for it.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
it's just to replace the bulb.
Yeah,
Check them, yeah.
I think there's two on there, isn't there?
We can look
On the
tonight.
way out
There's
tonight?
two lights, yeah.
Right.
Can we look, can we see tonight? On the way out?
Should be able to.
If you remember when you walk out.
Where are those at?
They're
over
over here. That actually end on Dad's
They light
property.
up the whole
And
thing.
then there's two of them that were mounted, and they were fairly bright when I think one of them might not be working.
Okay.
Or both of them need to be replaced or something, but there should be plenty of light with those lights on.
Because when I used to do PTO here, we would leave late at night. It was never dark out here.
I think it's because those lights aren't working.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
That's
makes
why.
sense.
Or you had to be darker for them to come on when it was dark, you know, it had to be darker.
Darker, right? Not the right shade of dark, right?
Any other community comments? Make a motion that we go into executive session. According to ORC section 121.22G1, to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee.
Okay.
Not fast enough, hold on. Mr. Virginski,
Yes.
Mr. Kearns,
Yeah.
Mr. Sheldon.
Yes. And Katie, you.
We just stay in here and.
And we'll go into the room across. Oh, shoot.
I got mine.
Yeah, yours?
Yeah.
I remember which one he used.
I had mine in the truck too.
You have my permission.
I didn't know you remember, it's just an NFPA membership. You pay a dues. And then- Yeah. That's what it is. Because one came for Vanessa too, that was open, is already open. And it's just a membership dues thing. So
I'll be glad.
probably.
Well, you're up.
I'm gonna be doing.
Let me know what I should do.
Well,
I'll
that's
need you
Friday.
to sign that too, please.
That's Friday, but I don't know.
So I'm gonna mute the mic here, so.
Wait a minute,
Audio's on.
my thing died. Good Lord.
This way.
It slept too long.
Keep going.
It's making me start a new one. Okay.
All right, this time I'll make a motion that we re-adjourn from our executive session.
Okay.
Roll call. Yes.
I can only write so fast. Hold on. Mr. Virginski,
Yes.
Mr. Kern.
Yes.
Mr. Shelton.
Yes. And at this time, no action will be taken. Do I have a motion to pay the bills?
Make a motion to pay the bills?
Anything else to be brought before the board?
I think the only other thing I thought of was the 9 Lincoln insurance and what they're covered under as far as like all their stuff being stored here.
I believe they're under the fire department's insurance. I'm not sure they're. They're under VFIS.
Under the township insurance?
The fire department for, it's all the same, VFIS. I can confirm that.
Any correspondence? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome.